Hey guys, this is Nate Jackson, and we're on the next video. I decided to do the Lead Scout next. I want to show you the features of that. The first thing that we're going to do, what Lead Scout does is Lead Scout goes from group to group, just like Post Perfect and Party Crasher, and Lead Scout will download all of the members that are visible in that group. It won't download all members of the group because Facebook doesn't show. Say if a group has 100,000 members, Facebook is not going to show 100,000 members. So in a good, most likelihood, you're going to get between 6 to 8,000 members from one group, and which is actually really good because I'm not using the Facebook API. If you're using a program, there are other programs that will download members from groups, but I want to explain a couple of differences. If you're using a program that uses the Facebook API, you're limited to pulling 5,000 groups or less. And I've seen some that usually pull in the range of between 4 and 5,000. So you usually don't hit that 5,000 mark. So that's one advantage that FB Virtual Assistant has. Another advantage is that when you upload a list of groups, well, let's back up. Another advantage is that when you use other programs that will pull members from groups, a lot of those programs, every program that I've seen, actually, I haven't seen one that doesn't, but every program that I have seen you will have to find a group. It'll find all the groups for you, but then you will have to manually go to each group and click the download button in order to download the members of that group. So you're going to say if you search for a keyword and it has 500 to 600 groups, you're going to be there forever clicking and downloading, clicking and downloading, clicking and downloading, saving it, and saving them into separate files also. And speaking of the separate files, Lead Scout will actually combine all of the results for all of the groups that you find into one file, which will typically be ordered by keyword because you're going to be uploading files that are organized by keyword of groups to Scout. So we're going to pick the first file. We're going to pick a file to actually scout. I'm going to go to my documents. We're going to go to the handy FBVA folder where the magic happens. Go to FBVA. We're going to go to groups. And I'm going to pick the old Eddie Murphy group. And the reason I'm picking that is because I know there are not that many members in each group, so it'll go through groups quicker than if I pick something like real estate or internet marketing that's going to have 10,000 or 20,000 people in it. So we picked our group. Now we need to make sure that we pick the module Lead Scout, and then we just click the Scout button. So it's going to go to the Eddie Murphy groups. And while that's happening, it's at the first group. And we're going to just watch what happens. It's in the group. And in a second, it's going to start scrolling down, just like that. It's going to scroll down to the bottom of this list, and it's going to, let me move the screen a little bit. So it pulled all the members of that group. This next group has 64 members. So it's going to wait a second. I think it waits, but I think I set it to about 5 seconds. 5 seconds or so to wait. So let's just see what happens. Yeah, these groups have very few members, so it's just pulling them pretty quickly. It doesn't have to scroll in a lot of them. 8 members. So here's 365 members, so it'll actually have to scroll on this group. So it'll start scrolling again. I don't think this is the Eddie Murphy that we're thinking of. It was capoeira. What's that, like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, I think. Okay, so it pulled those members. So this is 14 members. See, it's going now. Other programs, you would have to scroll. You'd have to click each of these groups and download each of these members. We're just sitting here chilling. I'm talking to you. You're listening to me, and the program is doing all the work. So we're going to go to the Lead Scout folder. Let's find it here. Lead Scout, FBVA, Lead Scout, groups to Scout. Let me move this up a little bit so you can see. So it created a folder called Eddie Murphy automatically. See, it's March 1st, and it created a folder called Eddie Murphy. And we are creating all these groups. I've actually run this before, but let's look at the most recent. So it's created all these groups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they have different numbers of members based on the size. And we have a master list right here. This list called Lead Scout Eddie Murphy Combined is a combination of all of the groups that we found. So when Lead Scout is running and when it's completed, you only have to, if you want to search, if you want to have the members collated group by group, I give you that. And I also give you a combined list of all of the members in all of the groups. So I don't know if you're going to find, I don't think you can find that anywhere else. I don't know anyone else who does that, but I do that for you because I care. And I've been on the other side. I know what it's like to have to click, download, get 400 files and then try to make sense of them, especially if you want to start uploading it into the Facebook advertising. You have to find a way to combine them, which I know a way to combine them, but it's just an extra headache to have to combine all these text files. So we're going to stop this. So we're going to go ahead and stop this. Let's go back here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that. And let's take a look at the results that we actually have. So I'm going to open this in Calc and see what we actually get when we run Lead Scout. Oh, it's probably already, yeah, the program's open, so let me just switch to it. All right, so we're going to import this Eddie Murphy Lead Scout group. And I give you a lot of data. You get the user IDs. User IDs are very important and will save you a lot of money if you're running Facebook ads. If I wanted to, I could run an ad saying, about the next Eddie Murphy movie and target these people, and it would be, I would get a very high click-through rate. When you get a very high click-through rate, because that's obvious these people are interested in Eddie Murphy, so you get a very high click-through rate, and a high click-through rate brings down your cost per click. So these leads are very targeted, and they're very cheap because they're targeted. So I guess that was a circular argument, but anyway. You also get the URL of the profile, which will come in handy when I add the friend genie, which will be a module where you'll be able to go to each person's profile and send them a friend request. So you get the URL of their profile, and in the meantime, you can visit these people manually until I get that friend genie in there, because you're going to get an automatic update that's free when you purchase the program. So every update that I put in there, once you purchase the program, you're grandfathered in and you get every update for life. You also get the Facebook email address. And I did a video, you'll find it in this playlist or in another playlist. I did a video, I think on the 20-something of February. I think it was the 24th or the 25th of February 2014. And Facebook made a change where they're forwarding all emails sent to the Facebook email to the person, to your real email address. So the actual login email address, which is the email address that you really care about. It's not a throwaway email like the Facebook email. So now when you have the power to get these emails, which I give you, then now you have the power to really reach out to people that you would like to target. So because this is not an email that people are going to be ignoring. This is an email that people actually check because it forwards to your real email address. So just from that short search we got 1,331 very targeted leads who are interested in Eddie Murphy. And we also got the full name of that person, and we got the first name of each person. So now when I add the message wizard, you can send them emails and customize the emails with their first name, which is very important. So that's what Lead Scout does. We're approaching 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. And I guess that's really about it. It's Nate Jackson signing out, and I will talk to you soon.